All right, hello and welcome back to the Anime Happy Hour podcast. I'm Jonathan, your usual host, and tonight I'm joined here by my two co-hosts. First off, we got Richie.
Hello, the correct spot?
Yes. I mean, I was going to be nice this week. I actually had Jake up in number 2 before last night, but he happened to oversleep our recording session last night, so we're pushed back a day.
This is the one time I will ever concede that I deserve to be last.
You know,
Hey, at least
he's finally working his way back up to second, and just had to go and see the things you do for
it
other
happens.
Well, in case it's your first time joining us, we're the Anime Happy Hour podcast. Every week, we get together, pour ourselves a drink, discuss the world of anime and what's going on in it. We casually share our thoughts and opinions on various topics from episode to episode. So before we get started, I'd like to put out a little disclaimer here. Yes, we're an anime podcast, but we're also an adult podcast, so there's going to be swearing. We also discuss events of a bunch of different episodes and shows, both new and old. So here's your spoiler warning ahead of time. Lastly, these are our own personal opinions. If you got your opinions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. We've already gotten plenty of comments on the YouTube channel, so make sure to keep it up as far as YouTube and everything else is concerned. So we'd love to hear all your feedback, what we got going on. If you have any suggestions, draft ideas, or anything else concerned, make sure to let us know as far as that's concerned too. You can hit us up on any of our social media or email. Just look up the Anime Happy Hour podcast on Facebook. You can email us at animehappyhour951@gmail.com. And you can check out all the links to our social medias, email, YouTube, the whole nine at anchor.fm/happyanimehour03. Now let's dive into the show. As we do, following the theme of every single week, we got happy hour, what we've been drinking. What do we got in the cup tonight? What do we got going? Richie, what do you got?
Which one is it this week? You got two options.
I'm gonna go with High Life.
It is John. What are you going with?
Yeah, that was gonna be my guess. I thought I saw the can earlier, so
you did see the can of Miller Lite.
Oh,
it's kind of hard to see the reflection, but
that's a plebeian beer.
Exactly.
Thought it was
for a plebeian man.
Jake,
what happened to you, Richie? You're slumming it.
I know.
I don't know.
You got water again? Poured up tonight? Yeah. Good.
I was gonna grab a beer, but
because after my last week's sobriety, it's time for me to crack the seal again.
Yeah.
I am. I'm working on polishing off my manga. Sake here. It's a great go-to. I also got a few of these Peach Crown Royale cans. So
damn.
Those
sound good.
They're not.
John.
Oh.
You're carrying the happy hour of this podcast.
Someone's got to.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say I do it,
Someone's gotta put in the work.
Yeah, exactly. Well, with that, as we've been waiting to talk about what we've been watching over the last week, there's been a lot going on. Few new shows have dropped for the spring season, so I'm going to hit a few of those while we're at it. But I guess the big one that we were looking to talk about, as you were kind of hitting before we started here, was Attack on Titan final season part 2 has been concluded,
which was promoted as the end of the show.
Yeah, I thought the ending was going to happen.
Yeah, we all did.
It's funny though, because they have a whole part 3, but as someone who read the manga, it's over essentially.
There's only 9 chapters left.
Yeah.
So what I also heard was they're going with an anime original ending.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So I don't know how far off.
If they're going with an anime original ending, do you want me to tell you the manga ending right now, or should we wait?
Let's wait, because I want to see how far off it gets from the manga ending.
All right.
We're gonna have to wait a while. We gotta wait till next year.
So that's gonna be covered in the news, but yeah, we do have a while to wait. So that being said, how do we feel about the season last season part 2.
I didn't watch the actual deal. I just watched the final episode.
Oh God, here we go.
I already know what happens.
Yeah,
I don't like the animation change, so
I thought
no
the
reason to
animation
watch
was
it.
halfway decent for the second part.
Halfway
enjoyed it.
decent, John. Do you remember what Attack on Titan's name to fame was?
I'm not saying that.
How fucking good it looks.
Yeah, but I'm also not going to put it on the same standings. But I also thought some of the fights were very well done as far as this was concerned. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like,
obviously, I
especially-
wouldn't know.
Richie, if you're like at the port between
the port
with
fight was
Jaegers,
awesome. It was so great.
The Jaegers,
And it was
then
beautifully animated.
Resistance,
Yeah.
yep. Because it was
Okay.
like people on people fights, which just made it so much more like crazy to me. It was, you know, it reminded me a lot of the
Kenny.
the Levi
And
Kenny
Levi.
fight. Yep.
That's like one of my favorite fights in the entire series. It's so awesome.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna beat that. That is just crazy. Especially just the way it hit the first time.
That fight or Levi and the Beast Titan?
That I think Levi in the Beast Titan is my favorite. I think
But I mean, if we're talking like
Kenny is second.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that like especially over the most recent seasons, the people versus people fights have just hit a little different.
Yeah, well, it's because all we've seen pretty much before is people versus Titans. Now the shit's hitting the fan, and all this Titan tactics are being used on people, and it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I'm happy about I like this second half better than the first half, but at the same time, just give me the end of the fucking show.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't. They faked us out.
I mean,
it's
a money grab at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's tough for me.
They better not like get lazy with it on the back end. Let me put it this way. They've put so much into it at this point. Don't get lazy with it at the back end and just,
especially because it's probably only going to be a couple episodes.
Yeah, and they're giving themselves time.
Watch them stretch it out to like 24.
That'd be brutal.
Yeah. Then there's going to be a real issue. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, it's tough for me, and I'm assuming the other manga readers, because I was really looking forward to being able to discuss the ending with you guys, but you know, go another year into that.
I was literally like, I said it. I was like, I'm catching up so that we could talk about it like early on, you know?
Yeah.
But you want to know what that means? We're going to have to keep the podcast going for a year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a plan.
We got showing any signs of slowing down. So
yeah, actually, we're just starting to pick up. So
what's it been now? We're in April. We started in
7 months, 8 months.
I mean, it's episode 25.
At the end of August.
Yeah, early September.
If you go weekly by like number of weeks, we're almost at half of the year, because 26 would be half of the year.
Yeah, but we took a lot of weeks in between episodes in the beginning.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for probably about 8 months.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I mean, if we want to keep it up until One Piece is over, we got some time.
I've heard a rumor. It's in the Twitter sphere, so it's not exactly the most reliable, but that at least the One Piece anime, and I think the manga too, is possibly taking a break after Wano for a year.
So we're waiting even longer.
So that Oda can draw and like, you know, get ahead on the big war arc that's coming.
Yeah, but at the same time, we did a news article on it a month or two back when he was saying in his interview 5 years. He had a 5 year
so
plan.
5 years after this year break.
Yeah, but 5 years in the One Piece universe isn't that much content. Or arc wise.
Yeah, well, what's Wano been going since like 2019?
Has it been that long?
I'm pretty sure.
I could believe that.
I mean, yeah, it is One Piece, but yeah, I mean, if it's that big of a arc as far as 2018.
Apparently, it's going to be the biggest or one of the biggest war arcs in all of like manga anime.
Oh damn.
So I'm expecting it to be at least on the level of the Fourth Great Ninja War, probably more.
Wano arc started in April of 2018.
Damn.
Wild.
So 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years exactly, actually. And the anime's still got quite a bit to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the anime. That it was even earlier for the manga.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying the anime's still got
yeah.
quite a bit to go from now after 4 years. The manga, the Wano arc's not over, but it looks like it's getting to that point.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I kind of give myself breaks when I watch it, you know, instead of a week to week thing.
Yeah.
I like give
There's
myself like a
some-
good, like, because I know I can give myself a good 30, 40 episode break and then just go back to it.
Yeah.
Binge it until it's caught up and then I'll fucking do it all over again.
I will say this Toei situation needs to get fixed because, like, in the manga, I'm not going to say anything, but shit is like, obviously, we won't be able to talk about this with Richie, but shit is going off. And I really would like to talk about it with you guys, but it'll be another year and a half before we get there, probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have the movie, well, 2 movies actually coming out.
Two One Piece movies?
Well, if we're talking about that one live action.
Oh, I think that's a TV show.
Is it going to be a TV show?
I
thought it
hope
was.
so.
Oh,
There's no way they could do it justice with a movie. It's fucking One Piece.
yeah, but I mean, all the One Piece movies aren't necessarily canon either.
Yeah, but this is going to be canon. They're doing the romance Dawn.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Still not holding my breath on that, but
Yeah.
well, with that, Jake, you got any more shows you want to kind of touch upon?
Well, we've been talking about One Piece. I'm just rewatching the Wano arc. I didn't know any of the spring seasons have come out this past week. I've been waiting until
They've been
tomorrow.
trickling. Yeah, they've been
Tomorrow's
trickling.
the big day. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that I actually wanted to talk. I kind of hit it with Richie last night.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god.
So trapped in a dating sim.
Oh, dude, I saw a visual for that today, and I was like, I need to watch that.
You know
That
what?
sounds so
I'm not even
ridiculously.
going to say anything, Jake. You just go and watch that, because I know if I speak on this episode before you watch it, you will never touch this show.
Really?
No. Yeah, you're definitely not gonna like
That doesn't make me want to.
It's a mech anime.
No,
Yeah,
I thought it was isekai.
it is. It's still a mech anime.
Trapped in a dating sim is a mech anime.
Yeah.
Dude, I
It's
saw the
based-
visual and I really wanted to watch it.
And it's based off of, so the dating sim that he plays is based off of a crappy turn-based mech anime game, love life story type thing.
I've never played a dating sim, but I can I didn't think that was how they worked.
No, it's not. And he talks about how terrible the game is because he has to play it for his sister, and then he dies, which Truckzilla didn't kill him, which is kind of depressing, but
brutal.
Yeah,
which
well.
is already key to the point of it not being able to be worthy of watching if he doesn't die from Truckzilla.
Yeah, they're saving Truck-kun for what is it? The reincarnated as a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you should look at that visual again because there is mechs in the background.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's not a good time. It's terrible.
I was moderately excited for that too.
You know, I was too. And then I watched it and I was so upset. I was like, no, you're not. You're not doing this right now. Yeah.
It was bound to happen.
I read
eventually.
the first sentence of the description and I was like, that looks ridiculous enough that it might be enjoyable. But now,
I can't even grasp like liking any of the characters right now either.
yeah.
I mean, unless they get a little bit more plot development, which they're probably going, maybe. We have enough shows that we can vouch for not covering that, but
Yeah, just take a look at our trash can show.
yep.
That's fair.
Richie, do you got anything you want to really?
I finished Ari Ferreira season 2 this past week.
I was gonna say that just finished up.
Where did it end?
It ended right after was it Ari? Like they she like takes over. She like it's her reveal as the necromancer. Like
Okay, so they're
person.
just ending the capital
like
battle.
right after all that happens. Like and they're like, oh, the class is going to the is it the Great Labyrinth, the one in the forest, I believe.
Yeah, the one by where Shia's family is.
Yeah, where he trained up all the people.
Yeah. Okay.
I enjoyed it, man. I don't think we're probably not getting to season 3. Like
I saw something in here about it. I hope we're getting a season 3, dude, because it only gets better from there story wise.
Oh, damn, that's good to hear. I did enjoy that twist at the end.
Yeah.
I still need to catch up, but feel free to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah,
well, we already did.
Yeah, we already did. That's what I did. The big reveal, which was pretty cool.
Which doesn't mean anything to me yet. So
yeah,
I was a little disappointed by that fight with Noit. Not gonna lie,
really.
I just thought it was like over like that, and it was just like.
Oh, I didn't. I haven't watched. I haven't finished the show season yet, but it was a decently long fight in light novels.
Maybe I just took so much time off from watching it that I don't think it could have been longer, but I think it was like maybe like half an episode. It would like span 2 episodes, but it was like the second half of one and the first half of the other.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But yeah, it was good. Yeah. I think that's all I did catch up also on Tokyo 24th Ward, which is a mess. And I feel like I don't know if you should watch or not. It's enjoyable, but like,
is it not holding up? As far
it's definitely dipped. This last episode's definitely made it a lot better, and there's still one more to go for the first season. So
I added it to my queue because you said you liked it.
I like the.
Are you saying I should take it off?
I think there's a lot. It's pretty good. I think there's there was just it dipped a little bit in like.
Wait, so are
half.
all the episodes like 40 minutes, like the first episode?
No, it's the 40-minute first episode, and they're all 20 minutes after that. But they also did like a recap episode, and there was that week delay, so it's just been like fuck.
Yeah.
More importantly, Richie.
Yeah.
Did you go home last week and start Tokyo Ghoul?
I'm 4 episodes in, I think, or 5. I can't remember.
And he hasn't even gotten to the good part yet.
Thoughts?
Look, man, I'm already enjoying it. I just haven't watched more. I've been trying to catch up on everything because the season just ended. I was like, I figured
4 episodes in, you're with what's his name? French guy.
Oh,
is it?
I know what you're talking about.
Wait, is he already at that part?
I think I think it's that guy at the beginning that like walks in and is like, "Oh, you're cool."
With the purple hair.
Yeah.
That's like where that happens.
Yeah. That was the last episode I watched.
You know, I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna see maybe if we can get a watch party or something to record, maybe through our Facebook channel or something.
For episode 12?
Episode 12, I need to be part of that.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree.
I mean, because like Richie, when you get to that episode 12, just let us know. We'll set up a time. And, we'll do that last episode. We'll maybe do it on like our Facebook Live or something.
I do the same thing as Richie or as John. Whenever I can't find anything to watch, I just watch that episode.
All the time. I go back to it all the time. To the point where like my mother walked in one weekend when she like came to visit, and I just had it playing in the background, and she's like, "How do you find this enjoyable as like background music?" And I said, "Because I know it word for word, and this is one of the all-time greatest episodes ever." She's like, "You're fucked up mentally."
How do you like the opening?
I enjoy it.
The opening song? Yeah.
I think
it's one of the greatest in anime.
Yeah. It's like I was not expecting it, because I know like what happens in the show, like not like what happened, but I know like the premise.
Yeah.
And like when that was the opening song, I was like, oh fuck, like I was
it's
not
like
expecting
beautiful.
It. Yeah.
I actually watched a video on like the progression of Kaneki through like all of the manga and anime as far as his forms and like mental stability go.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of like forms that I didn't even know happened.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Like
that's
a
because
ton of
the
forms.
second half of the anime sucks.
Well, even like they don't even touch it in the anime itself, like the forms and like crazy forms.
Mm-hmm.
Like to the point where I might go read that whole like second half just in the manga. Type
RE.
thing. Yeah.
I would 100% recommend reading it.
I might have to.
I like my disappointment was immeasurable when the show came out because I had already read RE and it is so fucking good.
Should I just skip watching it and just read it, you think?
No, watch the first 2 seasons.
Well, I meant that
anime.
like of RE or whatever. Like
I would say you can watch season 3 because they do a good job. It's not anything like nothing's like the first season. The second season is not necessarily canon as far as the manga goes. And then RE is pretty good. After you finish season 2, I'll tell you what happened. The ending as far as the manga is concerned, so that RE season 3 will make sense.
Gotcha.
Watch those 12 episodes and they do a pretty good job. And then season 4, don't even
open it.
For the love of God, don't watch it. It's worse than Deep Insanity.
Really? That is saying something.
Yeah, it's bad.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's bad. It's oh my God, dude.
I feel like I gotta watch it.
I'm having flashbacks, PTSD.
I'm honestly looking on Amazon right now. I might buy the complete box set for the Tokyo Re.
You could go on vismedia.com and
I know there's just something about holding it in your hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Just hits different.
I'll see if I have all the volumes. I can mail them to you. It's not a box set.
I might just start buying the volumes because those I actually can find pretty easily at Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble has a lot of like 3 for or buy 1 get 2 sales or whatever.
Yeah,
they're pretty good about that stuff.
Because you can't find any of the earlier stuff. Because I think I had looked for it for you, Richie. Did I?
Yeah, you bought me volume 1
of the original.
Of the original, yeah.
So I thought I couldn't remember.
Because you bought me that, Mushoku Tensei, and there's a third one, but I forget. Was
it the Berserk?
No.
Box? I thought I got you a big Berserk book, but maybe not. I think I looked into that. I don't know. Well, one more show I'm gonna hit before we move into our news. Jake. I've preached this for the last week or two about giving 86 a shot.
Jesus.
And when I tell you, you said, and I quote, I've put you onto good shows. So this needs to hold up to the standard.
John, I'm telling you this right now. You have never led me astray as far as recommendations come. However, you're fighting a losing battle starting from the beginning as if there's robots in it.
So no. I'm in the same exact boat as you, Jake, as far as Mac's concerned. When I tell you, you specifically are going to love like the deep intertwining plot and all the aspects of like the characters and everything is concerned.
Would you compare it
I think
to
that's like very
Code
much
Geass as far as Mac is concerned?
No, because it's different. Code Geass is still more like person-esque mechs. These are like very much
but it's not, the mech is not
the main premise of
yeah
I think yes, more along that lines, because I think that the story hits a lot harder and the plot hits a lot harder than like any of the mech aspects. The mech aspects there, but it's not, and it's still good. I think the action aspects when they're actually put into play are super well done.
So here's the thing.
And when I tell you this, Jake, as long as these last 4 or 5 episodes that I have left of this show hold my same grasp that these first 17 or 18 have, it's top 10 list for me all time.
So here's the thing, John. I respect your opinion. However, and you're trying to pitch this show to me like you're not going to make it your show later and I don't have to watch it because I have to watch it. But
well, I also know that you'll put stuff off for a hot minute if you like. How long did it take you to start Slime, and then it ended up being one of your favorite shows ever?
Yeah, but I didn't start Slime until I gave my word that I would start it on the podcast. But if we're watching the show for the podcast,
give me your word, then I'm all about it.
Let me finish my point. If I sit through all 24 episodes of this show and hate it,
I will personally put a picture of me. We got the trash can show up on the Facebook page. I will personally put a picture of me next to 86 with a trash can.
All right. That's a bet.
Said it here first.
I'm the third party that has viewed this contract. It is
You're
now
the witness.
Legal. Yep. I swear to God, I really think you're going to enjoy it.
It should be good. It looks good. I just haven't watched it.
So, and that's all I got to say.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the verdict is to be determined. We'll leave it at that.
Yep. It's 23 episodes. And to my knowledge, it's concluded. So, in total. And I have about 4 episodes left, and I'm hooked in. So.
Good to know.
With that, I'm handing it right off to Richard here with the news.
The news. As you guys have probably noticed, we are trying something new this week. We are going with visuals. So, courtesy of John, the man putting in all the hard work.
If you're listening on Spotify or Anchor or anything, then you haven't noticed, but we are doing visuals
for the YouTube channel.
That's true, for the YouTube channel. First piece of news this week, obviously, is already on the screen. The new the film One Piece Red will be coming out August 6th. I know you guys are both excited for this. I've seen the promotional images and I'm hyped about it.
Yeah, they gave Luffy a new fit for this one. I like that they every movie they have Luffy in a different type of fit.
I don't like the hat that he's wearing for one reason. Anytime he wears any other hat, he always has the straw hat on top of it. I couldn't see it in the picture.
Yeah.
So is it on top of it or under it? Sometimes they put it under it, as far.
No, it's either on top or it's hanging on his neck. God, that's a beautiful picture. For anyone who can't see it, we're looking at Shanks, and that is a specimen of a man, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm super pumped. Richie, are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, probably. Why wouldn't because it's not gonna be canon, right?
No,
but it's gonna have all the current members of the Straw Hats.
Well, I already know the current members of the Straw Hats. I don't know their stories. That's fine. Whatever. I'm cool with that. As long as I might as well watch it because I think you guys will watch it and might as well talk with you about it.
Well, we could have you muted for 35 minutes while we talk about it.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. Well, I think since you don't care about that, I think it's going to have everyone except for Jinbei.
Think Jinbei's not going to be in it?
No, because he joins up in Wano officially, and they wouldn't have this film take place after Wano. So I would imagine it's all the Straw Hats except for Jinbei.
Yeah, I don't know the whole premise of what the film is going to entail, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that much about it either. Yeah, I'm wondering how Shanks is gonna. I was kind of hoping it was gonna be like a backstory, but
yeah, that's what I was thinking it was gonna be. But if we got the Straw Hats and yeah,
it's gonna
be current Straw Hats, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited. It'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Next up, we got the greatest memes of all time that took over the entire internet this past week. As many as you guys know, Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars for making a joke about his wife. My timeline on Twitter was only these for the entirety of
leave it to the
days.
anime community to take it over.
They did. Like I love this. Like for the people on YouTube, the JoJo, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just and then the Aaron, you can't go wrong with Aaron. Just
he has some very
in his ear.
Yeah, he has some great moments.
I think there was another one there too. I
believe so.
Second slide. Yeah.
I do enjoy the one on the right after just finishing one punch.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta love the anime community. They know what they're,
Exactly. All right. Next up on the news. The Fire Force author has recommended a new manga for fans of the show. As we know, the Fire Force series recently came to a close, and he wanted to bring in something new for everyone. The manga is called Gachi Akuta, maybe. I can't pronounce it right. To give you a little background information, it follows Rudo, a young boy living in the slums who makes a living off reselling toys and other things he finds in the garbage. But everything changes one day. He watches his his foster father murdered in front of his eyes. After falsely being accused of the crime, Rudo is sentenced to the abyss to die. Somehow he survives and is now determined to take revenge on everyone who did him wrong. Sounds like a great storyline.
So is this written by the Fire Force guy?
Yeah, I believe it's people with like part of his team worked on this as well. As far as authors and animators are concerned, part of the manga team, not the anime team, but
I do love Fire Force,
and I do love the fact that this homeboy is just about to be like on a whole revenge killing spree, and that's just kind of.
It looks like he's got lightning too.
Yeah. Like he obviously finds some sort of like power in the abyss or something.
Yeah.
And I do love my abyss shows, minus Richie's show.
Yeah, that's fair. My show doesn't do it that well.
But
all right. Next up on the news.
Never bring that up again. We joke about it, but it like hurts me every time we talk about it.
Exactly. Recently also announced we're gonna dip back into One Piece. There was a video game. It's called One Piece Odyssey. It's an RPG that has a separate standalone storyline written by Oda himself. The game is being developed by Studio Ilka, who has recently developed games such as Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, Dragon Quest, and Nier Replicant. Those are all great games. I love the visual style.
Yeah, I mean, One Piece, their anime games are very like hit or miss.
One Piece games have all been misses, except for.
I liked Burning Blood.
Kind of. You liked what?
Burning Blood. That was like the fighting one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I mean,
I was not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was bad, but they kind of tried following along the Naruto.
Yeah.
Type with vibes. They just did the whole story so far, but made you fight out the plot points.
I watched some of the gameplay and stuff for this, and it honestly, in the era of Elden Ring, kind of reminded me of a One Piece Elden Ring. Obviously not the same, but you get what I'm saying. It's very RPG-esque just from the visuals I've seen, which is good for me. I'd love that. What I want to do is, because in the last One Piece game,
that
you could go on the sunny. Granted, I didn't play that long into it because I got bored because it was very one-dimensional, but you could go on the sunny, but I want to control the sunny.
Yeah, let me get some sea battles.
Let me sail that shit.
That'd be really cool. And they do sailing in Dragon Quest, and it's the same engine, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Is this the same company who made Nier Automata? Or did someone else do Replicant?
I believe, yeah, they did Replicant, and another company did Autumn. Automata.
Because I don't know Replicant, but I know Automata.
I want to say they were.
Isn't this I forget which game this is in this series. Replicant.
Isn't that the most recent one?
Oh, it could be. I thought it was like Reincarnation, but I guess it could be Replicant. Yeah.
No, this Replicant was 2010, I think.
Yeah, I thought this was the first game.
Definitely
in the series.
not the recent one.
No, Automata was the newest one.
No, there was another one coming out with a new one.
No, I'm pretty sure Oh yeah,
they're coming out with a remake of the original.
So I was right and wrong.
Yes, it was Square Enix for the original.
I can't see. I can't see the game cases from over here. I'm pretty sure I own it, but I can't find it.
And Nier Automata was Square Enix. Platinum Games. Oh no, Cavia was the developer, and then Platinum Games was the newer one.
Okay,
so 2 different companies.
All right,
I'd be interested. We'll see. We'll see how it is.
Well,
I'll watch some videos on it first, just because I know how I feel about anime video games. So
I'm gonna play it because it's a One Piece game, but I have been disappointed with every other One Piece game I've played. So
me too. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Next up on the news, the best show of all time, Fruit of Evolution. Before I knew it, my life was made. It has a new anime project in the works. More details are to come in the next 100 days, or about that time.
It was like 104 the other day, so I just dropped it to 100. But yeah,
look, man, I'm all for it. This show is hilarious. I think
fire.
So is it going to be a continuation, or is it going to be a?
It says a new anime. I didn't finish it, but it says a new anime project, so that makes me think it's like a spinoff.
Either spinoff or
Otherwise, they would say season 2.
Season 2. That's true.
Yeah, maybe like an OVA or like a movie.
Yeah.
It could be a movie.
Could be like with all what the students were up to, the rest of his class.
Oh, no one gives a shit about that.
Well, that's the only thing. Like, where else are they going to go?
Yeah.
I mean, they could make. I mean, everybody and their mother's making a movie nowadays.
That's true.
They could just be making a movie, kind of maybe not even being canon or anything. Just
Yeah, that's fair. Well, yeah, we'll have to keep our ears open and see what's going on. Next up on the news, Sword Art Online revealed a 16-minute trailer titled Looking Back for its 10th anniversary. There's a special video featuring all the songs and scenes from every arc so far.
It was pretty cool. It was nice to see because I've watched all of it front to back a couple times. So, I mean, it was cool to see like everything thrown into like one video. And they have some pretty solid music, so it was a nice little like homage to 10th anniversary.
Yeah, it's always cool.
Still can't get past season 2, episode 17.
We don't talk about Alfheim, like
It's fair.
It's just one of those things.
Excalibur arc, dude. I cannot get past it. I could skip over it, but what if I somehow miss something?
You don't. I can tell you this by watching it multiple times. You don't.
Yeah. Just
skip over it. Watch the new stuff.
That's what I want to do. The new, by new I mean everything after season 2 looks really good. It's just I can't bring myself to get past the end of that arc.
It's not for everybody, I guess. Yeah. But
all right. Next up on the news, recently one of the shows that John you've been loving, the case study of Vanitas final episode finally aired. This is kind of common theme for most of the shows of the winter season. So I want to check the show out. It looks great.
This is the second half. They split it.
Yeah.
So they split it between 2 because it was the winter season and then the fall season, I think, too. It started in the fall.
Yeah, but, I believe you're right.
I'm not completely caught up. I was kind of waiting for some more to get dubbed, but I'm a big fan so far. So it's probably on the list as far as catching up after 86. I'm down to 86. So especially now they're only back to week shows for this season. So it got some good reviews. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I've seen people like posting about it online and absolutely loving it. So,
like I said, it picks up, and some of the action sequences are like kind of crazy.
Good to know.
So it's very like deep. There's a lot going on, so you really got to pay attention to it, or else you're not really going to know what's going on. But still solid. So
I didn't really like the first episode.
I hated the first.
That's all
episode.
I watched.
And second, third episode picked it right back up for me.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about 86
like vampires, too. So fuck 86.
Yeah, oh fuck you.
It's premature. It's premature.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we got
pocket real quick.
We got about
until
like
it changes my mind. That's my opinion.
On to the next.
Oh boy. On to the next one. Okay, as we all know, Netflix has made a large investment in the anime world over the past few years. It's kind of evident. Well, it's paying off big time for them. More than half of all Netflix users watched anime last year, which is just an incredible statistic. As well as nearly 90% of Netflix users from Japan watched anime, which that's just even crazy. Like, but it is 90%.
90% is a lot of fucking a lot of fucking
50%'s a lot.
Yeah, especially if they're like factoring 50% of everybody else. That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
exactly.
But we talk about it all the time. I mean, we touch this topic all the time about how like socially it's become such a big thing for so many people. Between
it's
TikTok,
no longer just recognized as kids' cartoons.
It's made its way.
You're not that
mainstream.
weird kid for watching it in, you're still that weird kid for Naruto running in the hallway, but you're not weird for watching it.
Exactly.
For any of our listeners who Naruto run in the hallway, you're not weird. Just do that at home. Not at
just do it where no one can see you. That
do it with your friends.
You want to know what's the most depressing
Don't do it with
part?
strangers.
They're probably not even Naruto running. They're just Fortnite running.
Oh no!
All right. So next up on the news,
high schoolers nowadays. That's
kids. They
Children.
ruin everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
all right,
a lot of Netflix anime coming out too.
Yeah, 40 in the next
40
year,
new projects
this current year, and we're already 4 months in. It doesn't. I would shock me if it would be. It wouldn't shock me if there was more than 40. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they adapt a lot of shows to their streaming service, but they have 40 of their own projects in the work. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
big year, and Netflix is getting even more money out of everybody's pockets. Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's what companies do. All right. Next up on the news, Ari Ferretta. We were talking about this earlier. Season 2 just ended, but it's not done. They're getting an announcement. There was an announcement for a new OVA episode to release this summer. Should be pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, I don't know what it entails, but
I hate OVAs.
I always enjoy watching them.
OVAs go one of two ways. It's either a beach episode with everybody from the cast.
Yeah.
Which I could definitely see Ari Ferretta having a beach episode.
Yeah, with everybody.
That's true.
With the harem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just like a side plot point that they just didn't put in. It was just like a side story that they hit along the way of something.
Or complete filler that's absolute garbage.
Which is usually the beach episodes or pool episodes.
No, there's like they have like actual like filler quests and shit.
Yeah,
that is complete garbage, which is why I stay away from OVAs.
We'll be interested to see what Why can't I just get a full-fledged 20-minute action movie sequence? As an OVA.
Yeah,
just
give us one fight.
Perfectly fine.
It doesn't even have to be anything plot related.
Don't even set it up. Just start as soon as
open with them. Yeah, with them fighting. That would be pretty good.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Yeah. All right. Next up on the news, probably the biggest thing over the past week or so: Attack on Titan final season part 3 for 2023. It's garbage. Yeah. I was honestly shocked. When going into I think I mentioned this to John, going into this like last episode, I was like, I don't know how they're going to end everything like in one episode. Either it's going to be like an hour and a half long or we're getting more.
And then the last episode was a flashback episode for half the episode.
And I was like, well, this is not going to,
and you want to know the worst part of that whole thing? Is they started a fight sequence at the end of the episode, and now we got to wait a year.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not a fight sequence.
Well, it's a slaughter sequence.
Yeah, it's a massacre.
Yeah.
Genocide is what they call those.
Yeah. It's just how many people is he going to kill before he gets stopped?
Yeah.
Or not. Who knows?
I mean, if I was keeping up with it, I could have told you it wasn't going to end there. But I personally thought it was like way further ahead. And then when the episode started, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair. Annoying. And a lot of people are blowing up about it. But the same people that are still going to watch it in a year when it drops.
I mean, I'm going to watch it. So
we got to, we just got to get our voices out right now.
That's true.
We still can.
All right. Next up on the news, greatest show of all time, Tony Kawa, Over the Moon for You. As OVA 2, not just one, the second one coming out this summer. I'm hyped for it. I gave Jake the premise a couple weeks back. I really hope he'd watch. These two get married in the first episode.
Jake
you remember with the truck?
Jake is already.
We had this talk.
This was this show. I want you to watch that first episode.
I'm already
Jake.
mad.
Can you just please watch the first episode and just tell me what you think?
How old are they?
High school, I think.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, very, very, very irresponsible. It's even more irresponsible what he does, but I don't want to spoil it because I want you to watch it.
You might have to add this to your list, Richie.
I was very.
I haven't seen it either, so I have no idea. You know what?
I'll put it. I might put it on my list in a little while
as the next show. Richie's been bringing a new vibe to the whole.
Do whatever you want.
Slice of life vibe to the whole.
I'm a big slice of life guy. I love my slice of life shows.
I've been really
picky, but you've done a good job so far. So
yeah. This one will not hold it up. This will be when I just need to throw a show in there. If I just really want Jake to watch the first episode, and I don't care if he watches anything.
You're hyping it
I
up,
can already
so
tell you, based off the premise, I'll probably score it under Deep Insanity.
Yeah, no, I know. I think you would.
Yeah, but I'm really hoping that there's no stupid ass and like terribly animated.
Yeah, the animation just from the picture looks better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So you can't get
the animation's definitely better.
Yeah. But I might have to watch it after this.
Yeah. Well, if it comes up on your, we'll see. I believe this is second to last piece of news for this week.
Yeah.
Made in the Abyss, season 2 scheduled for July. I'm excited.
This is like one of my all-time greats. I'm like so hyped for this. I'm not sure. From the looks of it, it's completely different. I think we touched upon this a little bit way back when, but it looks like a completely different set of people that are, it's going to follow along, not our original characters. I think they concluded that storyline when they finished the last movie, which is also stupid as hell to me, but
yeah.
Do one season and then drop 3 movies to continue the story. That being said, still one of my all-time favorites. Still heated at Kirkland for claiming that any show is even close to this as far as,
What show is he comparing? Was it Sakugan?
Yeah.
Which I have a feeling isn't probably that close because Sakugan's a mech anime.
It is and it isn't.
Because I've only watched a couple of episodes of it. Well, I guess I think I watched like the first episode, but that was a while ago.
But it doesn't even hold a torch to the depth and like craziness that the show has, especially for the art style. That's like true. When you look at this art style, you're never going to sit here and think, damn, her eyeballs are going to pop out and there's going to be blood and gore everywhere and some crazy shit's about to happen. Like,
spoiler.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about this. I'm just saying, there's just scenes and shows that, surprise you.
Yeah. That's fair. All right. Last piece of news for the week. Take it away, Jake.
All right. So those who've paid attention to anything I've ever said on the podcast or watched our most recent YouTube videos know I'm a big fan of Stray Kids, K-pop group. Well, in the most recent live stream, the leader Bang Chan, who's pictured on screen, for those of you listening, you'll have to use your imagination.
Or the internet.
Yeah, or the internet. That's Bang Chan, spelled exactly how it sounds. Anyways, he some of the viewers asked if he had been watching any anime recently, and he brought up My Dress Up Darling, something we've been very vocal about on this show. Talked about how some of the scenes or some of the storylines in the show cause his face to go really red, which I can agree with. Pretty much anytime Marin is on screen. And then he also talked about One Piece and how there's been some comparisons about Three Racha, their producing unit, and the Monster Trio in One Piece, which I just thought was a cool little Easter egg for those who know.
That's cool. Yeah. It's cool that like seeing the people in different areas, like we're talking about anime. It's always nice.
Yeah. Well, I just, anytime someone talks about One Piece, I get excited, except unless it's Kirky.
Yeah. Then you just get angry.
Yeah, well.
He has that effect on people.
Yeah.
Well, let me throw it, like you brought up My Dress Up Darling, but I don't have this in here, but we kind of touched upon it, like our group chat a little bit, but Shikamori is not just a cutie.
Yeah.
I mean, April 10th, man. I mean, I've been seeing it everywhere from people who've read the manga, might be one of the new waifus for you.
Yeah, I sent you guys that meme that they were comparing her to maybe overthrow Marin for this year's waifu. And I was like, oh, well.
Yeah.
That'll be impossible, but I'd like to see her try.
Exactly.
I don't know. I've seen TikToks and videos. It's going to be interesting. I think
it looks good. I watched the trailer. It looked pretty good.
We got a stacked week this week. We got Shield Hero tomorrow, Spy Family Saturday, and then Sunday that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be cool.
It's definitely going to be. And don't forget about, Drafted Dating Sim that comes out in the beginning of next week or Sunday.
Or Life After World Domination, or Love After World Domination. Sorry, not
True.
Life.
Can't forget our mech anime,
There's too much mech going on in this podcast.
It's corrupting the podcast.
We've talked about two separate mech shows on multiple occasions in today's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have Kirky's, input here somewhere,
True.
That being said, we'll move into our, weekly topic here. Oh, too far. Our weekly topic here. Top tier steer clear. Returning yet another week. We take another show of our choice this week from Richie. Yes. And we rate it in 3 different categories: plot, characters, and art/animation. Then we compare it to shows we've covered in previous weeks. This week, the show is called Kotaro Lives Alone. It originally aired in March of 2022 on Netflix, so it's a new show. It had a 10-episode run and is only getting its 1 season. So, quick synopsis for you. Hit you with it. Kotaro Lives Alone follows Kotaro Sato, a 4-year-old boy who seemingly has no parents. He comes to live in an apartment complex on his own, renting out a room right next to a young manga artist named Karino Shin. Though he's a tiny boy that you wouldn't assume knows the way of the world, who speaks like a Japanese feudal lord, He knows enough to buy gifts and introduce himself to all of his neighbors. He's polite and kind, but still a bit guarded. He doesn't want to share everything about himself, and it's unclear why his parents are no longer in the picture. But it's clear, despite the fact that he can seemingly do everything he needs to by himself, he's still that 4-year-old boy deep down who needs help. Neighbor Karino finds it in himself to be less of a recluse while lazing around his apartment and occasionally working on his manga, going so far as to help take Kotaro places that he needs to go and checking up on him when needed. That being said, we're going to slide right into our plot here. Richie, it is your show, so I'm going to give it to you.
I'm going to give the plot an 8-3. I really enjoyed the plot. I thought it was amazing. Like, it was really cool how they handled this. Like, this was obviously just like a strange concept going in, but like the way they did it, and it was like, you know, like it was 10 episodes, but it was really like 20 because they're like the mini, like broken up. And I always enjoyed that. And they did a really good job of like keeping like even just the self-contained stories, like from one moment to the next, they're like little things that connected it all. And it was really cool.
I gave it a my computer is not cooperating. I gave it a 9.2.
Okay.
For the plot?
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I was worried about putting it higher. I don't know. I thought it was good. Like there's definitely some stuff they could have added onto it, but
yeah, I mean, I like the way that they handled it. I think that they didn't dive too deep and make it too extensive. I think that if they drew out certain aspects of it too much, I mean, because they had their underlying plot points to follow along all the characters, but they also had like individual stories throughout each episode at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like each episode kind of touched something different, but it also ran it back to like important aspects of each characters and their development and everything else is concerned. But I think they progressed it enough as far as story-wise is concerned and answering a lot of questions. I think that a second season would be perfect. To kind of, you know, maybe introduce some people that you wanted to get introduced into the show. His dad, per se, maybe.
It would be interesting.
That would have been an interesting dynamic between everybody. But as far as that's concerned, like generally, I texted Richie about this. I texted the group chat about this all the time. Like, I genuinely was happy and loved this show, like every single episode.
It pulls on your heartstrings, man. It really does. Like some of those moments with Kotaro is like so heartbreaking.
Like you just want to just feel so bad, and it's just it hit me. That being said, Jake,
I gave the plot a 7.
Oh,
okay. I just don't think it's a very plot-driven show. Besides the main premise, the episodic format doesn't really lend itself to a real plot, kind of like Psyche K.
Yeah.
It was a really enjoyable show, and I liked it a lot. I just don't think that the plot itself was anything spectacular.
Okay. Well, with that, we'll move into our characters. Richie?
I give the characters a 9.5. I absolutely loved all of them. They're all amazing. It's what made the show. Like, the characters just in their interactions. Like, I know there wasn't like too much character development. There was a little bit here and there, but it was still really cool how they portrayed everyone, in my opinion. And it was like even like when when Mizuki left, that was like heartbreaking. Like she was like a very important person.
They should have just let the boyfriend get his ass beat.
They really should have.
You know, that's kind of where I.
I mean, what the hell is the point of the Yakuza guy if he's not going to, muscle the guy up?
Yeah, exactly.
He was all about it. He was gonna, and the Yakuza guy's son absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely loved his character.
Showing up exactly like him, just
like
walking like him.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And then I liked the before I do that, I gave it a 9, flat 9. I loved the characters. You have your main 4 or 5 characters. They slid one in at the end there, but even like the people who lived in the home with Kotaro beforehand, making their appearances, and kind of giving a little bit of a backstory to all that, like his past before he kind of lived off on his own and ran away, was kind of cool to see. And like that character development as far as like them feeling the way they do. I absolutely loved all the main characters. The chick who brought his check every week.
Oh, when she was drunk as fuck.
The agency, and she just got super drunk.
That was hilarious. Kobayashi, I think. Aino, yeah.
Kobayashi. Yeah. Made me absolute, like, the start of the show, you want to hate his father. And I mean, his father is a piece of shit, but at the same time, like, seeing the scene where like his mother wouldn't even like look at him or like won't touch him without gloves, like that shit hit.
Yeah. Oh, it's
like,
terrible.
There are so many aspects of that, like that whole relationship between the 3 of them was just kind of crazy.
Well, you got to think the mother was a cold-hearted bitch, but there was no restraining order or child protective services or anything about the mother. That was all for the father. So how much worse can he really be?
The only thing that I can think of is him being abusive towards her, not necessarily Kotaro.
Yeah.
Like he could have been very abusive, but towards her. Because all the scenes that they showed with Kotaro and his dad were like scenes that portrayed him as like loving his son. And you don't have a lot of it like giving like father son.
Yeah, but he said he loved him at one point in the beginning, and then that deteriorated. My question is that I didn't really get, was that scam guy on the phone, was that his father, or was that just another bad dad that happened to get him?
Just another.
I think it's just another bad dad.
That was a depressing scene too.
Yeah, they showed him with his son, and he was like, he was looking at the betting with that and all that stuff.
Yeah, his son, was a little older, but it was a depressing scene too. Just wanting to hear somebody say that they're proud of him, like, Jake.
I gave the characters a 10.
Okay.
Oh wow!
All right, Jake.
I mean, I said that the show is not plot driven, and it's not. It's 100% a character driven show, and the characters were fantastic. Not just the main like 5. All the side characters seem to have things going on, and all the problems in this show were very human, relatable problems.
Yeah. Everyday
and the characters dealt with them like we deal with our problems. And I just thought that was there was very good character development. Karino is a man's man.
Yeah.
He's the greatest guy of all time.
What a homie.
Who was the other chick that showed up at the end?
I forget her name.
Or was that the
She
girlfriend?
does not compare to Mitsuki though.
Isn't it like Imamaru or something? Imamari? I don't know.
I could be wrong. Nita? Or was that the girlfriend? That was the girlfriend, right? Or ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, Nita.
Oh, Sumari?
Tamamori?
Take Sumari. It looks about right. Yeah,
I believe you.
Yeah. Sumari.
Oh,
Take.
yeah.
She's far down the list. Took me a minute to find her.
Well, she doesn't come into like the second half. The
last
episode.
Unless they get a second season, her character literally doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
No.
They just show her freaking out about the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, that whole scene. And like her, I mean, she grew a little bit. I mean, as far as not.
Yeah, sort of, but
she's never going to be Mizuki. Never.
Yeah, well, we also had a lot more time. I agree, she's never going to be Mizuki, but she had a lot more time to develop in the show while this girl was there for practically none of it.
Yeah, that's true.
So she would benefit immensely from a season 2.
I hope I get a season 2.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But before we get into the animation and continue this, I just want to make this known. This is by far the best show Richie has brought to the table. Richie, who has a 3.6 on the board. This is by far the best show.
Yeah. You can shout out to my sister for that one. She was the one that suggested me putting on this.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah. I looked interesting to me and I said, why not?
Yeah,
your sister's a fan of Stray Kids, so she's got good taste.
I haven't seen this. Is new for all of us. Like I hadn't seen it, and I think I sat down and binge watched it all in one sitting. Like I just love it.
I'd never even heard of this.
I'd seen people posting about it online, and people just like being like, "This is heartbreaking." Like, oh my god, what a journey.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. When I watched the trailer, when you first put it on the list, I thought it looked stupid. Which
me too.
Actually happens most of the time.
Yeah.
Who's this big-headed kid?
Yeah.
With his plastic samurai sword.
Yeah.
And I doubt you guys watched it in English, but the dub was really good.
I watched it in English.
I watched the sub.
I was a big fan of the dub.
I watched the dub. Yeah.
Or no. Wait, no, I watched the dub actually.
Yeah, Netflix was dubbed.
Yeah, I was gonna say it must have been dubbed. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, I thought it was really
what is it? Tono-san? How do you say his name?
Tono-saman.
Yeah,
Tono-saman. Amazing. What a show. That's his deep insanity right there.
Yeah.
No, because he actually likes it.
That's true. It's his death march then. How about that?
Speaking of everything getting a movie, Tono-saman got a movie.
Yeah.
He did. That was funny.
Yep. Yeah, I love the scene where he just like the one episode he's just fat.
Yeah.
Puts on 50 pounds because he's just like, but then it throws a heart wrench and depressing on you. Yeah. The fact that he ate tissues to survive.
That's heartbreaking when you hear that. Like, oh my god.
Talking about the taste of tissues.
My favorite part in the whole show is when Karino's girlfriend shows up and she is like, well, he needs to work on his manga, so I need to take care of this kid instead. But he still comes along no matter how tired he is. And it really shows how much Yeah. And he's like, I need to be here for him no matter what. I need to be, no matter how long this lasts, I need to be here for these moments in his life. And it just shows the complete contrast to him in the beginning of the show.
Well, so at the end, he's still, as of the end of the show, he's still moving, right?
That's his plan, but
I
don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Because got a real job.
Yeah.
They're working. Yeah, they're working together at that construction place.
Tatsuku.
Yeah, Tatsuku. And I do like. Was it Takia, the other kid? Like that was Kotaro's friend, like his first friend.
For Teir.
He was a dickhead at first, but that's kind of how all children are. So
yeah, well, John's still a dickhead.
Yeah, some of us just don't grow out of it.
Exactly.
Or even all right, well, with that, we'll slide into our animation. Richie,
I gotta give it a. I want to give it a 5. It was nothing great, nothing bad. It was good enough to where it wasn't like. I don't think it distracted me from anything. Like, yeah, there's a lot of bland backgrounds and stuff, but it's focused on the characters. You're looking on what's happening right there. You're not really focused on everything that's going on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I gave it a 6.5 just because, I mean, I also consider art like music and that aspect to it. I think they did a good job as far as setting the scene and the tone and everything else is concerned.
That's true.
6.5. It's average. It's not anything crazy. It's not bad. It's not good. You know, that's not the base premise of this show.
Yeah.
I mean, we covered it we had a lot of shows that, you know, I say every single week we put Demon Slayer at 10 as far as animation is concerned. So we base our animation off of that, you know. It doesn't knock the show at all.
Before we continue,
oh boy,
I saw on Instagram, I was scrolling, I follow a lot of anime accounts, and I saw something that Demon Slayer was canceled. No season 3, season 4, anything. It's just done. And I was like beyond devastated.
And this was April 1st.
This was yesterday. I saw this yesterday, which is why I believed it.
Okay, yeah.
And then I scrolled down a little bit and it said 3 days ago. I was like, oh, thank God.
That's why I avoided TikTok and all social media as far as anime was concerned at all within the last, I took everything with a grain of salt because I knew everybody was going to throw some shit at me that I just, you know, wasn't right.
There's some things you just don't mess with.
Yeah.
Jake?
I gave the animation a 6. Same reasons. It didn't take away from the show.
Yeah.
It was good. It did what it needed to do. I thought it was better than some of the other average animated shows we've watched, but it wasn't anything special. And it didn't need to be.
No.
All right, Richie, where do we stand as far as 7.9?
7.9? That's pretty good.
You know?
I'll take it.
Is that your highest one? Or
I don't remember. How high was Horimiya?
7.6 or 7.8, something like that.
Yeah, so this is probably my highest.
Solid. I gave it a 10. It better be your highest.
Yeah, I was shocked. I did not see that one coming. I thought it was gonna be like a 9 something from you.
No, the characters were extraordinary.
Yeah.
I didn't talk much during I don't know if anyone noticed. I didn't talk much during the plot section because I wanted it wasn't plot driven and you guys thought I hated the show and then I drop a 10 for characters.
You faked me out.
Mic drop.
Gonna lie.
Yeah. I wanted to be dramatic.
You achieved that. I promise.
I also lied. 8.2 on Horimiya.
8.2. Oh, okay.
Well,
so
shit.
Never mind.
Take back my 10. Give it a 9.9.
Yeah.
The show, in my opinion, was better than Horimiya.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. There's definitely some aspects that I like better, but I think I enjoyed Horimiya better overall.
I think as a whole, I like this better than Horimiya.
Oh, okay. To each his own.
Well, with that's this week's draft. I'll make sure to post it. Not draft. Wow.
Jeez.
Maybe I've been, whoo. This week's top tier is
getting to you.
You know? Well, I'm into my crowns. So, yes, if you're looking for the answer to that question. Plus, I'm blaming Richie because I don't do the news anymore. So I get a lot less talking time and it's just more drinking time.
You're the one who told him to do the news, right?
No, he said he wanted to do
technically,
I asked him. Yeah, I was like, I want to take over the
news because he wanted to talk more, and I said, all you.
Richie asked you to do the news, and you willingly gave up the news section
because I was talking for the rest of the show. So
John, You can't complain about not having enough talking parts if you gave up your talking.
No, he's saying he's just drinking more.
I drink more.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
Oh boy, I think that I'm glad we all were arguing about the same point there. That was awesome.
That being said, we're sliding into our draft this week. Let me look to see. I really got to start looking beforehand.
Yeah, you really should.
But I like the dramatic pause, and
we gave them an extra day of voting this week.
Yeah, exactly.
We had to push back recording an extra day.
Yeah, extra 2 days actually.
It still may not help. It still may not help Jake's standings.
No, he definitely did. He's probably done better than me, I think.
I've been in a slump for a while.
What was this last one? Was this the Gore one or no?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Who knows?
Richie,
I think I just went all popular. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I just went all popular.
Yeah, Jake had a lot that were like older, which all were the shows I wanted to choose. So I mean, he got one thing out of it. He got to choose the shows I wanted. So at the very least, he has his own.
I had the best shows.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you. It's all the shows I would have chosen, but they're shows.
I just chose mainstream, which is
Richie also slid in there with Berserk with the number one pick.
God damn
it! I made sure to secure that one.
You probably won just off that.
Hey, you know what?
We're talking gore shows. There is nothing gorier than Berserk.
Yeah. This week we can do. Let's go Jake, John, Richie. Let's go with that.
Oh, okay.
I don't want the first pick or second pick this week. I want to have the first double.
Sandwiching me.
And it's been a while since I think you've been in second. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, I've been second for like the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well.
Then again, I put John second for like the 4 weeks in a row that I won a while back.
Yeah, I think I've only been second.
And he'll be second next time I win too.
Yeah.
Well, this week's draft, we're doing our favorite anime starter pack. So if you got a pack, you got a little card pack of anime starters, what would be in that pack? These are the shows that maybe people who've never watched anime just happen to always start with. That's just one of the things that
these are the shows that you recommend to people who've never watched anime.
Yeah. Or just generally shows that just seem to be the shows that everybody starts with.
Yeah.
I guess let's start it out. Jake, what do you got? Number one pick. I know where you're going with it.
First pick with this one's a big one. I didn't think I had. I thought I would have more time to plan.
He thought he was going to be last.
I threw him in the hot seat. Let's go.
Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's fair. That's an outside choice I didn't even think of.
Everyone has seen Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Honestly, I can say just from every single person I know, Death Note. It's a big one. I just feel like everybody starts out with.
That's fair.
Richie, you get 2.
So I'm gonna go with the first pick. I think it's my obvious one, Demon Slayer. I think that's just like the most recent show that everyone was like, oh, if you've never watched anime, this is what you watch.
Yeah, it's popular nowadays.
And I'm gonna go with my first anime show that I ever watched because I would recommend this to anyone. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Solid. I don't know if you'll find anyone nowadays who watches that first.
No, there's no. The only reason I watched it first is because I read it first, and then I was like, this is what I gotta watch.
Yeah, I gotta say, for anyone trying to get into anime, who's made it this far into our podcast, the first arc of Yu Yu Hakusho is so good that you'll be hooked for the rest of the show just from the first couple episodes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I watch when I don't know what to watch. I just put that on.
Where do I want to go with this? guess let's go Naruto.
That's fair.
I think you could take probably any of the Shonen Jump, like the OG. I mean, even though One Piece is stupid long, I feel like that's just
No, One Piece is not a starter anime.
No, definitely not.
I don't know. I know so many people who just started on it.
It's probably a bad choice.
I would never recommend that to someone first. As someone who thinks it's the greatest anime and story ever, I would never recommend.
We also have
that.
a lot, you know. I mean, I'm like basing it off of things that we'd recommend, but also things that like I know a ton of people who just recently got into anime, and that's just stuff they started with. So
yeah.
Richie coming in clutch.
I got you, man. I was like, wait a minute.
This is a slide here.
Yeah.
The Dragon Ball series.
Okay.
That
makes sense.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. I like these picks, Jake. I really like them.
I mean, you might be stirring the pot a little bit there. I mean, there's a big community that says that's not even anime.
You're wrong.
Oh boy.
Joe, you're just talking about Kirky.
I don't know. I feel like people, it's probably a hotbed issue that we probably don't want to go into too much.
Regardless, everyone has seen it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if you've seen it and you liked it, you're gonna like anime.
I can see that. That's a strong argument.
I should say other anime.
I'm gonna go My Hero.
Solid.
That makes sense, especially for like people transitioning from like the Marvel heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's the current one that's getting a lot of people into anime.
Yeah, because
at least in the past couple years.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Richie said, you get very much like Marvel superhero vibes to it.
That's the only anime Ricey's ever watched.
Yeah, and it says enough right there.
Yeah.
Richie, you get two.
I'm gonna go Assassination Classroom and Haikyuu.
Oh, damn.
I had to take it from Jake. I was worried about
maybe I'll
passing it
make
back.
season 1 my next show because John needs to see that.
This show is phenomenal.
It's on the list.
Man, there's a lot of shows on the list.
Well, get it off your fucking list and watch it.
You can binge watch a lot of it. There's a ton of episodes.
Yeah, I know. Where do I want to go with this? I thought that I would have more, or my computer stopped working.
That'll do it.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that's fair. That's an OG anime.
Is it my turn?
Yeah,
Yes,
last
sir.
two.
My last two. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, I was hoping that came around.
That's fair.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Okay.
Oh. You've had some good picks that I didn't. I think 4 of the 5 of your picks I wouldn't even thought of.
Yeah, he's trying to come for the throat because he's sick of coming in last.
Pretty much any Ghibli movie, honestly.
That's true.
Let's go Fruits Basket.
Okay.
Season 1. Don't bother with season 2.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one, but
isn't there like 4 seasons out?
No, I think it was.
Wasn't there like a remake? It was like one version, and then like they remade it.
Yeah, they had like the
That might be
original,
what
the
I'm
older
thinking of.
original.
Yeah.
Last pick, Rich.
I think I'm gonna go for fans of I guess not really the occult, but of telekinetic powers. I'm going Mob Psycho.
Damn,
he
we're
is in
kind
the
of
occult club.
all over the place.
He is, but he's yeah. I guess he does investigate the occult.
We are kind of all over the place tonight. I kind of like it.
I think this was a good draft. You had so many options. I feel like it definitely, even if like someone picks something you think of, there's still like 6 other replacements.
Keep thinking that till I smack you guys.
Hey, it's about time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
it'll be close. I think Richie's going to be close to you just with Demon Slayer alone. But
yeah.
I did pick Yu Yu Hakusho, so that brings me down a couple levels.
Yeah.
At least a couple weeks ago, I think I had the most wins on the pod. I don't know about now. I might also have the most losses.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and tally them up.
You're either first or worst. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe like when we hit the yearly episode. Once we get our yearly episode,
We'll count 'em
tally it up and we'll
Yeah.
get a belt or something, Put it on the mantle. Well, that's this week's draft. I'll make sure to post that up on social media and Spotify and everything else. So make sure to check that out and vote. With that, we'll slide right into our outro.
Anyways, that was episode 25 of the Anime Happy Hour podcast. It's been me, Jake, and then there was Richie, and last and certainly least, John.
Yep. No surprise there.
Yeah, feel free to reach out to us with any suggestions, questions, concerns, advice, anything. You can contact us anytime via Facebook at Anime Happy Hour Podcast. You can email us at animehappyhour951@gmail.com. We're currently streaming on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to check out and vote on our draft list on the episode page. Also, our YouTube is, starting to pick up a little. Anyone watching this on YouTube, we appreciate your views. We are putting up weekly. We're putting up some, we're reacting to the big trailers of the week. And we're also putting out some K-pop reactions. So definitely go check those out if you want to. You can also, of course, watch our video recordings for the podcast episodes. Yeah, we're that's it. We need to edit this because the second half of the paragraph is all
it's all stuff you
nonsense.
Put in originally. Yeah, whatever.
Anyways.
Hey. That's why you have your creative freedoms. Nobody said that, this is your outro. Maybe if you go back and edit
edit the outro.
Yeah.
It's your section.
Your section.
I like winging it, but I do also read through it, and it threw me for a loop that all this was nonsense.
Through it. Yeah, he don't read through it until the day of,
until he's talking.
Until he's talking through it,
We all know I'm a procrastinator.
Just pop in and change the outro, and it's the same. It's copied and pasted every week. You can just go in and change it.
Anyways, this entire debacle was planned from the beginning to make our outro more interesting by yours truly.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we'll hit you up next week. Give us a listen. Vote for the draft, and thanks for joining us. See ya.
Peace.
See ya.